It's time for some FACEIT. We've got Supershy taking on XXXXXX. These are two teams that I had at number 1 and number 2 in your power rankings. Supershy and XXXXX have swapped spots after week 2. But since Sunday, yes, beats Supershy. Monday, yes, beats XXXXX. Only drops 1 map between the two of them. So over the course of a couple of days, these power rankings have absolutely shifted on their head. Now, we will revisit this on Friday. This leaves, I mean, what was basically your number 1 versus your number 2 seed. Now, I mean, still probably your number 2 versus your number 3 seed here. But now you leaves us with your 2, 4, and 1 teams here. They'd be undefeated if it weren't for yes. As we're getting into your picks and bans. And it feels like kind of a fight for second place. This week has had so many good matches just here at the top of the standings. I mean, just in the past handful of days, as a matter of fact, not even full week, like since Sunday. All right, so Oasis pick. Believe some Supershy. They'll be going on the attack first, so I'll get those side swaps. X is getting first ban here. It will be a Juno ban. And Diva banned out from Supershy. All right. And we are pretty much ready to get into this thing. They are not wasting any time. Here, let's have I considered a 119-second delay instead of a 2-minute delay. I mean, you know, it might improve things by a matter of 1 second for all of those fantastic skunk moments. What do I think of Krills? I think very highly of Krills. I think they've had a rough week, but I've had them high on my power rankings from the get-go. Yeah, I think we will see them in playoffs. All right, get ready. Here we go. This is bound to be a banger. I mean, it's 2 of your best teams in the division. I mean, this is bound to be a banger. What do I think of Krills? They're krilling it. I mean, appropriate response, Matty. Appropriate response. Arshan looks to be playing under KZR. It's ringing a bell now that I think about it, but it caught me off guard there for a moment. But once we get in game, you see KZR. They just Arshan. Been on this team for some time. Iso and Nitrox, really the 2 newcomers here. Oh, I guess Arclight as well. Libby, always dangerous. Will be one to keep an eye on. Libby versus Steph Curry. Libby is really one of the most dangerous players in all of EMEA Expert. And if Libby has any time to work, can take over a lobby. Zero in here rocking the crazy raccoons. For the record, this is support player 0, not DPS player 0. I know there's a couple of them. All right, let's get into map 1.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, we're getting some gambas in today. You do love to see it, Matty. You do love to see it. I'm gonna start doing gambas on, do I mute myself throughout this match at any point?
Round 1.
Do I mute myself and stay muted? Iso and Supershy showing us the Ramasha ground and pound right out of the gate. A little bit more divey here from Max Relax and X's. I say that, I mean, you get the Tracer to accompany here X's, where you've got Arclight in the Venture. Who plays a little bit more disruption into the opposing backline. The Tracer tends to be more flank control, more harassment, get cooldowns out. Similar, I suppose. Oh, first cap goes over to Supershy without much resistance. We are going to get Max and Runez combining into the back. And I'm not sure that Supershy is going to be able to hold on to that opening cap. Took Runez just a little bit longer to get set up. You'd have liked to see, with all those mobile heroes, you'd like to see somebody from X's kind of cycling in to prevent, such a free cap. But Runez is able to move in and find a great opener. Kind of combine with Max into the back line. And they cycle in for a couple of quick picks. Keep an eye on Libby, though. Pushing around on this little bit of a flank. One shot down into 0 before they get the Kitsune Rush thrown right over the top of Izo, and that'll just be the end of the Ramatra. Libby's still kind of stuck over here on the corner. Steph Curry's going to win out that duel. Second fight will also go to X's. I know, we need a tank player 0, right? We totally need a tank player 0. Max able to follow its initial damage there from Steph Curry's Deadeye. And get an important kill onto Izo, and that's really the backbreaker of that team fight. That's 3 team fights in a row here for X's, and so far so good. Spending, I mean, minimal amount to have to win them out. We'll have a Sound Barrier in for this next fight. Double DPS ults available for Supershy. You get a little bit of a duel happening here in the hallway. Libby's going to push down main with the Deadeye. Got some damage onto Max. Max throws in the downpour, is dancing around. Oh, while Runas gets 2 up top with the Pulse Bomb. What about Tree 9? No loyalty. Oh. Somebody call for an Uber? Quick flip, here out X's. They're right back in control. That was with Sound Barrier, Deadeye, and Pulse all invested there from Supershy. Yeah, just the Pulse Ball thrown in from Runas in that previous fight. Runas is going to find a good opening pick here with these Kitsune Rush. Aggressively played. We kind of ended up with a bit of a do-si-do on the map. Sour Sound Barrier? Did Sour? I heard it come down. I'm not sure it really got much value, though. The Annihilation from Izo is going to win this out in a very sloppy final fight from X's, where they had more than enough tools to clean that up and just let it slip through their fingers. Hey, you know what? I'm hoping to get partner here soon and I can improve the stream quality. I don't know that me pushing 8K is going to help you, but it would help your cause. But, you know, we're all looking to improve. Arclight drops a 2-piece. Gets a 3 with the headshots onto Runas. Oh, my goodness. There's 4 for Arclight. And, you know, just when you thought Supershy were done, Arclight does that. My goodness. So just like that, we're down to one final fight. Pretty significant ult advantage here with the downpour and Kitsune Rush not too far behind that. Downpour alone could secure you an important opening pick, but you know, Max has got to be able to close the distance. Ooh, that is. So that was Arclight threatening very deep. Gonna duel it out with Nitrox as we're gonna get that downpour thrown in. Meanwhile, Izo's already found Steph. So a huge chunk of the damage already absent. And even with the Kitsune Rush in, ooh, but Zero with a huge answer. Finding that kill onto Izo to equalize in the tank roll, in the tank duel. Runas now with the advantage, able to hold on here with a little extra sustain and take this 100-99 fight with X's claiming University. Ooh, we're off to a good start here.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Not as quick as I used to be, but I'm still the fastest.
Wait, which university is Tree 9? Which uni squad are y'all? Both teams rotate up. Libby's gonna come out with the Soj. We head into Gardens. Steph Curry will stick with the Scarcity. Ooh, he's just gonna play right out in the middle. Stroll across the park to come in and intercept. Libby has been able to answer back, though. This is a 3v3 left on this point. Runasapi and Steph still in the fight. They're going to chase out what remains of Supershy and grab this first cap sour with a couple of final blows there at the end. Yeah, because, I mean, just all the default times are simultaneous. It's unfortunate, Power. It's unfortunate. The drop down from Max. Ooh, he just ate so much poke damage. Fortunate to kind of get out of that one in one piece. Runas didn't quite seem to coalesce there for that drop down. Max still trying to get out alive. Arclight looking to chase. I mean, you have Steph Curry on this higher ground, so Supershy kind of gets stopped at the front door. They gotta respect the cast up there. Oh! Kaiser eats a mean headshot, but Iso's able to land a big pummel. Arclight was looking for some room to throw in that pulse. Didn't like what they saw. Dropped down to help try to finish off a low Max. Max at 25 health. Here comes the heals towards the back end. The pulse won't land. The Kitsune Rush will help Max get topped up, and the tank stays alive. Kaiser does finish off Sour in the bush, though, allowing them to catch up in this sound barrier race, though they're not going to need it with some quick picks coming through from Iso and Libby. I need a third monitor, Maddie. Unironically, I need a third monitor. 2 is not enough. So Max pushing hallway. It looked like Steph thought about going Main Street, but it's just going to joy down here. Unclear if anybody got caught in the downpour, but that is a sound barrier from Kaiser. Oops, and an Iso annihilation. It's going to be enough to chase down Steph Curry. I like the patience there from Iso. Iso does not want to overextend. I'd be so tempted to go chase down those supports out there. But Iso holds in the hallway, just gets that one important kill on the Max Relax. And they're going to come secure this high ground. Libby with the overclock from this back corner. Wasn't sound barrier engagement there from X's, but Max still just runs into a world of hurt in the hallway. Still with the spike guard, they're able to claim 1 and 0 gets 2 through that exchange. Oh, insane. It's still dueling it out. Are we sure this isn't DPS player 0? Are we sure? Have we seen them in the same room at the same time? Chief and Wanton are both Imperial, which is where I'm starting next month. Awesome. Swift step, Kitsune Rush? The Swift Rush? I'm just gonna leave it on some Zero Pop. Pretty good disengage, I will say. Isaac goes all the way around the low, kind of the scenic route disengage there from Supershy. Now trying to push back in on a low Max. Zero had already used the Suzu and nothing else to try to fend off this assault. We had the Kitsune Rush from Nitrix there to kind of finish off that point. Not the highest value Kitsune Rush I've ever seen, but Zero had already invested theirs as well. Wow, that was a cool Vortex. That Vortex got the kill off the bounce. That was all right. All right, Iso. Meanwhile, the OT is going. Zero has been brought down. Max Relax is now in the grave as well. And this is going to be a Super Shy round 2. All right, Supershy with a good clap back there, but this is arguably your best hazard map. And look at Izo and Supershy sticking with this Ramontra composition. No changes. Libby with the Sojourn and all. Same can be said of X's with their hazard and their cast. Whoop, Izo just descends upon Steph Curry. With a great opening pick in this battle for high ground. You get the cast up here shooting down instead. This whole area then belongs to X's instead. It's Izo trying to figure out exactly where they want to drop, how they want to engage this. Max Relax trying to get out using the jagged wall. Looks like they may at least find some safety, but first cap does in fact go over to Supershy here. We did get a swap from Steph Curry as they will go into the Sojourn. When I finally get a proper PC and move away from laptop land, then I'm going to a second monitor and will fundamentally change me as a person. Yeah, it's pretty insane. It is pretty game changing, Maddie. It did me. It 100% did me when I got my rig. I mean, considering, you know, how much work I do on this thing, it's pretty obvious for that. That was a beautiful vortex. Or, excuse me, disruptor shot. That disruptor shot stuck onto Steph Curry. That was just nasty from Libby. That was nasty. But 100% a game changer, Maddie. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Best of luck to making that happen. All right, rush available here. Both teams in this next fight. Let's keep an eye on Arclight, see if they want to try to set up anything for this pulse bomb. Looks like maybe pushing around coast side here. Playing off that Coz. Ooh, he goes past 0. Try to get the stick on to Lucio. See if they can get the sound barrier out of this fight. But Sour gets it down. I don't think KZR did. I did not see KZR sound barrier hit the battlefield. And 0 comes up with it. Yeah, and Sour does claim the Ajax. Yeah, KZR did, in fact, lose that one. Also 0 with a couple of headshot kills there at the end. So Libby OC into this next fight. Woo! Catching the tracer. Beautiful shot there towards that backside. Supershy now just claiming so much space. You've run off the supports and we'll get the flip. Trying to get an exit pick. Steph Curry just kind of stops their slide, their tracks, turn around, start putting shots down. It ends up being both teams kind of fall back to their respective corners. Max returns, and here we go with a quick re-engage out of X's. Runa is pulse to the pocket. In fact, double DPS ult available. Steph's gonna go pop that OC immediately. Just playing right out here through Main Street. Looking back towards jump pad side. It was a good shot on the Libby, but they got some heals there to back him up. Oh, gorgeous one clip out of Arclight. That was sick. Runa's to see if they can return the favor. Couldn't quite figure out which target they would to throw that pulse saw to. They're gonna get their own pulse at their feet. KZR's got to get 2. Runas is eventually laying that one, and it's on an important target, fighting a kill onto Izo. There's no tanks. Oh, where's Max? Where's Max in this fight? Okay, there's Max leaping in, picking up KZR along the way. We'll keep hope alive here for X's. Wait until you experience your third monitor. Now, see, now that's where I'm at. I'm waiting to get my third monitor. Rush turning from Nitrix to start. Good disengage so far there from X's. Maybe I'd like to see one person able to hold on to the point, but they're going to go ahead and get the swap. I think Arclight was keeping Runas busy through that engage. So right now, Arclight kind of protecting the stair side rotation. Max on the point to keep the OT alive. Izo's able to pop the Annihilation, move it and find Steph Curry. Looks like they will get caught in this downpour. Shield is up, though. Runa is off, gonna finish off Nitrix. KZR Sound Barrier will not be in time, but Arclight finds Sour. So no return barrier there from X's. If they can hold on long enough, maybe they get a beat into this fight, but Libby's gonna find 2 and end the map. Giving Supershy the 1-0 lead. Yep, Sour died at 97, can confirm. KZR getting a little sour after the Ajax. Yeah, that was legit just KZR getting a little sour after the Ajax. 100%. 100%. Sour definitely had a sound barrier in that fight. That's too funny. WPG pick and a break ban there from X's. We're also going to get a side swap, so let me get that fixed for you here. Well, I'll pull up some stats there from map 1. Oh, that's too funny. Very close map. Ooh, Steph Curry with 14 deaths, though. It's a lot. That's a lot of deaths. Looking at Libby with 10. I mean, the hit scans, I mean, it was just a bloodbath of a map. You know, so only, I mean, less than 10 damage? 7 damage? 7 damage separated our 2 DPS players? Like, are you kidding me? Our 2 hit scan players. Both had double-digit deaths. I mean, that was just a bloodbath of a map. All right, we're getting into WPG here for map number 2. (91-9) in Preds for that map to be that close. That map was definitely not 91% in favor of Supershy. One time says my goat Sour could make no mistakes. We will get the diva out of Max here. Was banned out there in map 1. And it's actually Izo going into the hazard, which we saw Max using almost exclusively there on Oasis. Max finds a great opening pick. You're going to take Kaiser down first thing out of the fight. And, oh, smack talk continues. The Sour drops the question mark in chat. The psychic warfare going on behind the scenes. We are getting Sour with an enormous ult charge lead, by the way, compared to KZR's 12%. On an Ana. That's gonna be a Suzu used up top, kind of fended off, and a Bionade landed, but Izo gets cleansed from Nitrix. So we got 2 different fights going on. Okay, never mind. Supershy just gonna all drop back to cart. And that's giving up this center top high ground. A little bit of a side swap, right? We saw Arclight went from low ground to high ground, back to low ground to high ground again. Nano boost thrown in very early here. That was a 60-second nano boost. Applied to Max, goes in the back line. Does some heavy damage landing onto your Curie. Nitrix trying to get out there with the protection of Libby in this Freya. Oh, a couple of take aims. That's going to get the D-Mech onto Max. Throws the bolo shot in as well. And the defense looking to stabilize. Runas is able to get a couple of picks here? Wait a minute, this defense may have failed to stabilize. Izo's low, Kitsune rush tossed in, and Runas finds a third. Jumps down to see if they can take down this Kiriko. Steph Curry shows up with the final 2 kills, and we'll get the point cap out of Exits. So Iso had a bit of the damage help there, but Max was getting more support. Max is going to drop, Iso is going to drop. Throw the downpour down on the back line. Unsure that landed, but I see an assist there for KZR's kill as they return the question mark into the chat. Soundbarrier throwing it from KZR is too late. Too late to save Iso. Arclight's going to get hunted down from Max, but Nitrix equals one in the feed, landing some kunai onto Steph Curry. 3v3 on the point. Nitrix gets another one. What a huge pick. Oh, Nitrix just saved this point here for Supershy. Almost got that DMAC onto Max. Max had 1 bar, which was 25 health. That's a Nano Blade. Ooh, sick little pixel perfect deflect onto Libby to secure that kill. And that's all you're gonna find for that double ult investment. Now Arclight and Iso have combined for a kill apiece. And this battle in the hallway has completely gone the way of Supershy. Everybody from Supershy just kind of bunched up. Oh, we're gonna wall up, stagger. Nope. Whoa, whoa. I don't know if I need to tell y'all to settle down or if I'm proud of y'all. I haven't quite decided yet, Chad. You know, y'all are getting a little weird, friends. Oh, wow. That was a shot. Yo. Oh, that's a bit much. Alright. Damn it, mouse. Now my mouse wants to act up. Damn it! I can't do... I just wanted to delete the one thing. Kitsune Rush. Looks like a couple ults thrown in from the defense. Let me take it down before they're able to get OC into this fight. Okay, y'all are starting to piss me off. There we go. No more. Deadeye Sound Barrier out of Steph and Sour. And they're going to fend off the Arclight Blade. With 30 seconds to go, looks like X's might start to push this over the line. Had to put Steph Curry back into that Cassidy. Oh, it's still not clean. Alright. They do get the clean up at the end. As I say that, they get those final 2 kills. We'll get the second point on the board. Kitsune Rush from Nitrix. Throw it down the street. Oh, we do get the return fire there from Zero. Hard to see, but it looks like the downpour might have just devalued that Kitsune Rush. Blade from Runas, though, might still find something. Arclight toppled. Another bloodbath of a fight. Oh! Zero's hero target just disappeared. They're under a railgun shot from Libby. The defense holds here with less than a minute to go. Somebody engaged from the defense. This is, woo, nice shot from Libby. This KZR, I believe Lap Sour there in the sound barriers from that defense. And Libby's gonna have everything they need here to get this done. So using the overcharged perk there gets the 150 charge on that overclock. Particularly dangerous against the hazard of Max. And that's gonna be as far as X's will get.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Both teams sticking with the hazard. There's X's move on to the defense. Runa's actually pulling out an Echo. I don't think I've seen an Echo in months. Oh my goodness. Eyes on the Supershy eventually. Uh-oh. Max Relax pushed in way too deep. Hey, that was your turn to fall back. That was Supershy claiming space, claiming that high ground. While the rest of X's go back. Max re-engage, see if they can find a trade. Perhaps saw something there. Now forced for make a difficult retake here if you're X's. Runas will get hunted down off the top side. Steph Curry's in a lot of trouble. Max low health as well. This is just gonna be a very swift cap here on point A. Oh, Zero once again with a great opener. How many times? How many times today? Good peel there from Izo. Uh-oh, Kaiser now stuck behind the jagged wall. Renez will dash with the mission on Izo. Zero protecting that other exit. Won't let Kaiser out one piece either. I don't know why I took it off Olivia's pop in the first place. Should've just left it there. I don't know, like I did it right and then did it wrong. Yeah, what can you do? You get one with the OC and force to disengage. Now, once again, X's are forced to make a very tough re-engage back onto this point. Ooh! Suzu would touch late to save Izo. I think the Deadeye did a bulk of the damage there. Arclight's got a blade here trying to finish us all. Oh, Zero saves it again! Zero has just been ruthless. An absolute demon. Or perhaps an angel. Depends on your point of view. Speaking of sound barrier, here to save Max and the rest of this X defense. Ooh, but Max overextends on the back of that. Concerning rush now tossed in from Zero. See if that's going to be enough. But Gazer has the sound barrier to push forward. And Supershy will muscle this cart across the line. Put that second point on the board. Ooh, that was a huge catch on the Libby. What a downpour. Oh, and the Violent Leap got massive damage on the bow supports as well. Iso's able to return the favor, though, and Steph Curry's not in this fight either. So, X's don't have any DPS players here. Oh, Zero. Zero gets hunted down. Iso gets in range. And things are starting to feel very desperate for X's indeed on this map. Runas is going to go and pull out the blade. Chops through Arclight. Would love to get Libby with this. That's 2 slices in. Sub 100 health. They got to make it back to the point. They don't make it back to the point. And it ends up being a big old Charlotte Ider. Libby very quick to throw that in the chat.
Play of the game.
This ends now. Cleaning house.
So a Suravasa pick here from X's. Sojourn banned out. They are staying in the red outlines. Eyes are 29 and 5. They're in the hazard there on Watchpoint Gibraltar. Highest elims, most deaths, fewest deaths, highest damage. We get a Lucio ban here from Supershy heading into map 3. Let's go to map 3. Oh, wrong button, sorry.
Five, four, three.
Oh, y'all got the C9, which means I owe you some preds.
Initial flashpoint.
There you go. What's up, Swim? I appreciate you being here. Well, big spear there from Iso. Supershy move into the Orisa comp. And try to counter this. Ramatra out from Max and X's. Steph Curry versus Libby both going into Cassidy's this time around. So kind of leaning, X's trying to take the Sojourn. Not trying to. With X's banning the Sojourn, they're trying to lean into Steph Curry's strengths in this duel, which has certainly been into the Cassidy. But they're going to get run down a little bit here. And we end up with first cap going over to Supershy on the back of the, well, first fight win going over to Supershy. We did get a cheeky little 32% there from X's. Oh boy, thread. Arclight may have stolen the Mega out from underneath, which is a pretty important resource to steal here in the middle of that little duel. The Terra Surge got nothing. I do love Jacob trying to block the Terra Surge with the Rally Shield. That was fun. So even though the Terra Surge did not yank anybody in, Supershy still find some kills on the back of that. The double ult investment there. Looking a little wonky, but hey, they win the fight. 96% from Supershy. I think this is just going to be... Oh, we do get the touch. Yes, so Runas does make it in for the touch, but Libby immediately shuts that down, considering rush now tossed in here from Zero. Make it on to the point, but Arclight into the back line. Lands the pulse, and Libby lands the shots. This is going to be Supershy still claiming market, even through, I mean, a surprising touch there at the end. It cost a couple ults as well. Steph Curry and Zero investing ultimates in there to make that last touch happen. You're headed to Garden here for round 2. Or second flashpoint, probably be more accurate.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
That's an orbital from Sour. Kind of a crazy angle there from Sour. I really dig it. You end up getting some good value and a kill from Steph Curry. Make it 2 and start off this point. Exactly what X is needed here. Only 2 deaths. Those are the only 2 deaths so far here for Supershy. The ones we just saw Steph Curry put on the board. Oh, Libby swings once more. 2v2 with the Briggs versus the Cass. Steph is going to pop the high noon. Oh! Libby pops your dome like a melon. Gets her own Deadeye into the mix. Getting Max Relax pretty low on health. Max gets some extra armor with the Annihilation, but eats an energy jab there from Izo. And we'll just get muscled down with some pretty gnarly amounts of damage there from the Cass and the Orisa. We're going to flip here out of Supershy. The break said I'm fired up right now. Like, intentionally trying to like mimic Maga, or I don't know. Rally popped here. Ooh, that's a pulse. Oh, to Jacob, they run right in. Izo with that. Izo will get Zero out of the fight. So kind of deny an opportunity there, I think, for X's to really push in. On the back of that good stick for Runes, but Orbital and Terra Surge available for Supershy here to hold Gardens and take the 2-0. Give me a last chance on this objective. Zero does have a rally to work with. They're going to pop it in response to that Orbital Wave being tossed into the corner. Terra Surge is up, but that Rally Shield won't protect you from that damage, and a pair of kills pop up in Supershy's favor. 99%, this will be enough to secure them Gardens in the 2-0 lead here on Suravasa. One flashpoint away from claiming the series. Actually, a pretty good spawn. It's about as good a spawn as you could hope for if you're X's. Either Ruins or Palace would have been disastrous. Particularly Palace. A temple spawn here is kind of neutral, right? We are still going to get Supershy able to make it to the objective first, but you know they're not able to like secure the choke. It's a pretty neutral fight here. Max Relax is going to try to push on and reclaim the space from a jab spitting Orisa. But Deadeye out from Libby. We'll force a rotation towards coast side. Looks like here from X's. We do have Max Relax. Actually, they're going to go back and just push in through main with this orbital ray out from Sour. All guns pointed as Izos. They're trying to back out of there. Not enough speed, not enough fortify in the world to escape that amount of damage. Pulse returned in from Arclight as they look to counterpunch, but it doesn't land, and we'll get first cap here out of X's. Rally blinks right through the recall. We're going to get a push. The Rally kind of regroups with the rest of the team. Supershy trying to decide how they want to approach this point. Steph Curry's going to pop this. Deadeye. Ooh, possible skull. Izo interrupts it. Coast side push here from Arclight and Jacob. Rotation from X, move to match. Izo moves in through main. Push down the Terra Surgeon. Zero gets caught. Steph Curry, oh, just nasty pincer out of Supershy as the entirety of the team went through coast except for Izo. And the big ol' Orisa just muscled through Main Street with the Terra Surge. And that was a flawless team fight there from Supershy. Rally and Annihilation here for X's to try to push in. Really could, you know, take this point with just one fight when all they need, but they got to worry about the orbital coming in from Nitrix, thrown in immediately. That Rally-elation combo has been invested. It's a lot of sustain. And Steph Curry has got all the time in the world to find that kill onto Arclight. Ozzo's eventually brought down. And this will be a flip. Any kill here, I mean, it should just be the point, and there it is. Max is able to punch through everybody. And we will get a point on the board here for X's. And they're desperately hoping for a Ruins pick.
Next flashpoint, ruins.
They'll get it. Oh, but losing Sour. They lost Sour at the end. I was watching the spawns, and Sour gets popped by Arclight there at the very end of that fight. Oh, yeah, trying to spawn camp the Judo. Gets the kill. This, of course, forces Runes to come back and make a move. We'll get... Moo. Arclight's able to find the Mega. So they get Sour out of spawn. But a defensively favored setup there from Supershy as they claim first cap. Deadeye tossed in from Steph Curry to start off this fight. You can hear Arclight threatening from the left-hand side of your screen. Runes has pulse, is going to clean that side off. Now moves push down the stairs. Deadeye out of Libby. Orbital in from Sour. Here comes Runes with the move. He's going to move on to Iso, as a matter of fact, who falls back to regroup with this rally out of Jacob. Terrace is thrown in, that pulse bomb has been invested from Runes. Still, Iso and Arclight find the kills through it all. They will muscle through Max and Sour at the end. Clean up this fight and 60% on the board. It's going to be close. Runes is the last to die. That is not good. There, it's good. Get a nice top-down view. 10 seconds to get a touch. Runes has to go through Arclight and Jacob. 5 seconds. Spear lands, pulses in, triple blink, drop it to the corner. We have an OT. Max has an Annihilation coming up soon. Nitrix not far away from an orbital. Oh, Max is just under so much duress. Is not going to make it up to that ultimate. Zero will get the rally into this fight, but you need kills. Nobody gets to the point in time. GG's in the chat. Supershy will win it in a 3-0 here today in a very important matchup. Really solidify their spot above X's in the standings. Whoa. Supershy, only 2 deaths apiece there in that last map. Well, I guess Jacob had 3. Which, yeah, by the way, I did not even mention that, by the way. Jacob coming in, subbing in for that final map. Didn't even mention it. How dumb am I? Oh, my goodness. Stats there from that third final map are quite impressive. We haven't talked about a player of the match. What do you think? I'm inclined to go Iso. That's my gut instinct. More often than not, had most elims, fewest deaths, and highest damage. Now you are the tank. You know, it happens. But you're at the center of more fights. You know, you have more health and more sustain than anybody, you know, and you get more resources. So it's not, you know, it's kind of should be that way, but still, Iso doing a spectacular job here. Kind of picking up the front role for Supershy. I think Iso will be your player of the match here for this 3-0 dub.